Welcome to today's reading. So today's pick a card reading is here to answer the question for you. What is shifting for me this year? It could be emotionally, spiritually, or anything practically. What is shifting for you this year? So have a look at the cards, tap in, see which one you're drawn to. Are you drawn to pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3? So let's have a look at some of my little folk art pieces here to see if it will help you connect to which one you feel the most drawn to. Pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. So if you need to, take a moment and pause the video to make your decision on which one you feel the most drawn to. You can go ahead and do that and come back when you're ready. So when you do, just take a few deep breaths, take 3 deep breaths, and really tap into your own intuition and see which pile is meant for you. So let's have a look at the decks that we are going to use today. So the first deck here that we're using is the Sword of Light Oracle by Radley Valentine, the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle, the Angel Wisdom Tarot, also by Radley Valentine, and we're also going to draw from the Power Animal Oracle deck by Stephen Farmer. So let's get started with pile number 1. So pile number 1, the first card that we have here is It's Time to Play. So it basically says, if you've been working too hard and worrying about everything, seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. So this is something that's going to shift for you, pile number 1, or it definitely needs to shift for you. We'll start with that. And then we're going to go to our next deck. There we go. All right. Some of them are upside down, right side up, face up instead of face down. So let's see, pile number 1, what we have for you. It says, brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out, communicate clearly and concisely, and remain objective. So basically, group number 1, you've been really working hard and worrying about everything, and that's what the first card talks about. And then the second card says, the ideas that you've had are brilliant, but they might need refinement. But you feel like you've got all these obstacles in front of you. You've been working so hard, you were worrying. And now it's talking about having faith that everything's going to work out. So time to take some time out to play, relax, do something that you love and enjoy, and then communicate it clearly and concisely to the universe what it is that you actually want. And remain objective, be open to doing things a little differently. So this is going to be the shift for you. It's going to be doing things a little differently. The ideas that you've had are great, but you feel like you've been spinning your wheels, group number 1. So let's see. So this is a wintry scene, and it kind of reminds me of spinning your wheels in the snow when you get stuck in the snow, when you just need to just come at it from a different angle. Okay, let's see. Or maybe put some salt down or some traction. You just need a little traction there, group number 1, to get unstuck. Oh, we got 2 cards there. We just need 1 for your message. And nope, that's 2. What have we got going on here? Let's see. There we go, finally. Rabbit fertility. Again, this is about new ideas. So creativity. Your creativity is at its peak. So you've got all these brilliant ideas, and you just need to refine them. So all this work that you've been putting in, take a little time to relax and do some things you enjoy, and that's going to help you with this creativity. So this fertility is here for the new things that are coming. And this is the butterfly, and the butterfly on this little guy's shoulder here, it represents transformation. So it's, butterfly in the cocoon, it's messy, right? And you're kind of in the messy stage right now. So this is going to shift for you this year. You're going to come out of the cocoon. Everything's going to be beautiful, and your creativity is going to be at its peak because you're finally able to, after taking some time out, to relax and find the joy again in what you were doing. And then this fertile period is going to come when things are really going to start to flow for you. So that's what is going to shift for you this year, pile number 1. And again, we've got the number 1 here as well, and the 1 and 7, so 17 or an 8. So also pay attention to numbers, because the numbers can help to point the way. Watch for signs of numbers as well. So pile number 1, that is your beautiful message for this year. Okay, and now let's get started for pile number 2. So if you chose number 2, then this message is for you. So the first card that we have for group number 2 is number 9, don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. So this is the dolphins playing, but it's also a pair of dolphins. And if it's not got to do with a love relationship, because it very well could be a love relationship that this is referring to, group number 2, but it could also be just your relationship with other people, people that you work with, people in your family. Don't give up on the people that you love. Or it also could be about yourself. So maybe you've been really hard on yourself, and you've forgotten how to care about yourself. Sometimes we care so much about other people that we leave ourselves out, So it says don't give up on love. So don't give up on love for other people. Don't give up on love for yourself. And it says that this can all be healed for you. And, clearing the way to forgiveness is about forgiving others, your heart and mind, and it's also about forgiving yourself. So let's see what we've got for the next one here. So the next one we have talks about working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life. Now, if you felt drawn to pile number 1 this as well, then this message, a similar message, was in there as well. So you may have been drawn to both piles because of this message. So you can have a listen to pile number 1 as well and see what that says. But this one is about the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities and balancing the budget. So, maybe you've been really hard on yourself. Maybe there's been stuff going on in relationships, and maybe you've been trying to juggle it all. You've been trying to take care of everything for everybody. And now it's time to really bring things into balance. Maybe you've taken on too much. Maybe it's time to set your priorities and get things in order. It also talks about balancing the budget. So maybe it's been your finances that have been an issue as well. And it's talking about getting those in order. And look at that. We've got the number 2 there. Okay, that's cool. So that's happened again. And so number 2 and number 9 may also be very significant for you, group number 2. And so now we're going to go and pick a card from the Animal Oracle. See what we have here. So it's interesting that, dolphins often represent play. And this talks about working too hard or multiple jobs. And this talks about bringing into balance. So that means, take some time to do some fun things in life as well, which again, a similar message was in the first group number 1. So that's a message across the board of things that are going to shift for everybody. Maybe this year is about juggling, priority, juggling, too many things we're juggling, and setting your priorities. Surrender. Let go of control. Right there. You see, that's part of the problem, is trying to control everything, working too hard, bringing things into balance, because you're also, group number 2, I feel like part of the reason that you're having difficulty balancing is because you've taken on things that are not your own, and trying to fix everything for everybody. Otter is about surrender and letting go of control. Otter, in the medicine cards, which is a different deck that I have, it's about woman medicine, and connects also with the divine feminine. Woman medicine, being the healer, wanting to heal everybody, that sort of thing. So I'm also going to go to the book for this one because I feel like there's another message in there. So what does it say here? It says, so you think you're in control of this situation, do you? Well, that's something everybody thinks much of the time. These efforts at maintaining control are often most based in a habitual, conditioned fear born out of many experiences where you witnessed others who were out of control. It was scary, dangerous, and maybe even life-threatening. And you can be assured that now there's no more danger and that you're safe. And you can safely relinquish control. So letting go of control doesn't mean you're giving up. Giving up means throwing up your hands in the air and in admission of defeat. Instead, true surrender means releasing any attempts to force your agenda on life. It means opening your hands and heart and accepting the direction of spirit. In that acceptance, your will becomes the will of spirit, and life flows much more easily through you and as you. So it's about merging family, playfulness. Again, playfulness, like the otters and the dolphins, both are very playful creatures. We've got water all across these cards. Water is about emotion. Water is about spending time near the ocean. You might feel some healing coming from there if you can get near the ocean. Let's see. So this one, it's also about, because you're trying to control everything. You're working too hard, multiple jobs. You're trying to bring everything into balance yourself. You're juggling all these priorities, multiple things at once. And again, I feel like you're also trying to juggle things for other people. So eventually the balls are going to drop, right? So it's going to drop. So it's really time to bring things into balance. And this year is the year. This is what's going to shift for you. You're going to take that time. You're going to heal relationships with other people, with yourself. You're going to have, clearing the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again for yourself and others. The number 2 is significant. You've got 2 dolphins, you've got the number 2 and another number 2. That is a very important number for you, as well as the number 9. The number 9 also connects to the divine feminine, and the otter is about woman medicine. So there's a lot of messages in here that repeated themselves as well. So it's about letting go of control of some of the things for other people. You can't always fix things for other people. And it looks like that's what you've been spending a lot of time doing. Now it's time to surrender some of that, so that people can learn to take care of their own things too, right? Because that's part of their learning while they're here. And this has been part of yours. But this year, that's all going to lift for you. And that, pile number 2, group number 2, that is your message. So I hope that helps you. So let's move on to pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. So if you picked number 3, this is your message. So here's your first card. So 39, you are protected. Again, there's another 3. And so it says, you are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. So this is something that's going to shift for you this year. Group number 3, you felt like it wasn't okay to move forward. It wasn't safe to do something. You've been concerned about how things might turn out. Or maybe you were in a situation that felt unsafe. But now going forward, it looks like that's going to lift for you. So that's what's going to shift this year. So you are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. Number 39. Pay attention to the numbers. This is pile number 3 that you chose, and we've got a 3 here. So that is always something to keep an eye on as well. The numbers are signs that point the way. So whatever you were afraid of, whatever you were feeling fearful of, it's telling you this year you're going to lose those fears and you're going to move forward because you're protected. So now let's see what we've got from this deck here. Oh, there we go. Let's pull out this card. See what we've got. And we've got protect what you have created. Look at that. There's this. Now, this is important too. And again, we're looking at the numbers. So there's a 9 and a 9, a 3, a 3, a 9, a 9. So 3, 9, and 39, very important numbers for you, group number 3. So when you see the word repeated, protected, protect, when you see a word or a phrase repeated in a reading, that means it's a really important message they're trying to get across to you. So protect what you've created, be prepared, never give up, ask your angels for help. And it could also be about environmental activism and animal rights. It feels like, in this case, you have been working towards something. Maybe you're advocating for someone or something, and you felt unsafe at some point doing it, or you were afraid to move forward with it. And what it's telling you now, it says, protect what you've created, be prepared, never give up, ask your angels for help. So it's saying for you to be prepared. So because this reading is about the shift that's happening for you this year, it's talking about, you've been through all this and you were afraid, but now you're more prepared going forward and you're going to protect what you've created. So maybe you created something like an advocacy group for people or animals or the environment, and maybe you were trying to get the funding for it. Maybe it was falling apart and you wanted to keep what you created, and now you're trying to protect it. So or maybe you're protecting the environment, or maybe you're protecting people. Whatever it is that you're trying to protect, it's talking about also protecting what you have created. So this means that coming into this year here, never give up. And things are looking much better for you coming in. This is your shift, right? This is your shift. You're going to be able to move forward without fear of, retribution or, legal things. Maybe it's when you're advocating for rights that comes into play as well. And look at that. I said play, and there we are. Dolphin, playfulness, taking the time to play. So this has been a theme throughout the reading. So if you were drawn to one of the other piles, I would say go and check that one too, because this is really interesting how this has come out. I'm just going to check the book here. So when we look at the book for this deck, it says, and Dolphin card came out from a different deck in one of the other piles, by the way. So this is really interesting. So in this deck, what this card means is you're thinking too much and doing too much, such that you're disconnected from your feelings. And the best way to integrate your intellect, emotions, and actions, so being an activist is action, it says, believe it or not, is through play. We've been analyzing this and that and strategizing for the future at the cost of ignoring the present and a more basic need to let go and just have some fun. So get away from all that through play, and you'll find that your thinking is much clearer and more insightful. So there's a couple of ways to play. One is structured activity or a game, and this is a great avenue for socializing and playing with other people, right? Another is, hold on now, spontaneous play. You can't plan to be spontaneous, but you can simply be spontaneous. All it takes is the right attitude. So you can do this anywhere, even at work, dance, sing, or make a joke. It'll help you lose your mind for a while in a good way, right? Or at least bring it into balance with your body and your feelings and stop taking all of this so seriously. It's only life. So the additional associations here are communication, breath, community, and guidance. Community is coming together for you, group number 3, in whatever it is that you're trying to create, and good for you, right? Because we need people like you. So like this card says, don't ever give up, never give up. And so you've got more information now this year to move forward. So you are more prepared. It's telling you if you're not prepared, then get prepared, because this is the time and the way to balance things out, because this kind of stuff it can be pretty heavy, right? It's talking about playfulness and is telling you, all the things that it explained in the book there, to take the time and to help lift some of that heaviness, because that's going to help you to keep things in balance so that you can create more and create it better, better than before. So pile number 3, what a great message. And this is what's going to shift for you in your life this year and how you're going to help to make that happen. And if you were drawn to one of the other piles, I do suggest that you go back and have a listen to that one too, because there's been a common thread throughout all 3 of these piles. It's been really interesting how it's all come together. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that everyone is having the best day ever. So don't forget, keep shining, and I'll see you again soon.